Well, welcome to Cold Hard Trash CRT episode 87. I'm your host, Trashcan Jones.
And I'm Breeeeeeeg, your fellow host.
Hope you're ready for another jam-packed episode full of fun and whatever the hell we're going to talk about. Speaking of jam-packs, have you ever played the jam-pack games on PS2?
No?
They were like...
Maybe. I don't know. Did they come in cereal boxes?
No, but probably, honestly, because they were a collection of demo discs. You'd be able to rent them at GameStop, and they would have like 4 demos on them, like one level of Midnight Club, one level of Splinter Cell, and then like the first 3 missions of Grand Theft Auto 3. So you'd be able to like play basically in the free world, but like how the early Grand Theft Auto games would lock off parts of the map until you get to a certain story mission. So you'd be able to play like within a certain little demo area. It was pretty neat. It was a fun time to be able to rent those on a weekend. You rent one game and then a jam pack, and then you're like, ooh, what are we going to rent next weekend? Maybe one of these 3 games. We're going to try it out.
Yeah, I miss those in-person rentals. Those are pretty nice.
Yeah.
And the jam pack, it makes sense. You
yeah,
know?
It's a good way to market games.
You do that. You check out 4 games on one weekend, and you're like, okay, cool. Like, I get the idea behind these. If I can only rent one, I know this one is good.
Or if you can only buy one, I mean, it's such a good deal. You can either rent one game or you can rent 4 games, even though you're only playing a little bit of each game. Still, you get a more informed buyer's decision after that instead of just the one rental of one game.
Yeah, it's like going into Costco, and then they're like, hey, would you like a free sample of this pig in a blanket?
Except it isn't free. Next, there probably was a jam-packed disc in cereal boxes and stuff, because I remember getting like CD-ROMs for her in cereal boxes, like Chex Quest, and I forget what that movie was. It wasn't Atlantis, but it was that other, hello, new guest, Mr. Suzu.
Yeah, finally showing up.
It was that other animated movie
weirdo.
about like the flying ships. I forget what it was called. But yeah, I got a CD-ROM for that. Pretty sweet. I miss the CD-ROMs in cereal boxes.
Flying ships?
Yeah, it was like flying, like they look like pirate ships, but they had like kind of wings on them or whatever. I forget what the name of it was.
Something like that in Final Fantasy VII.
Probably. It's got kind of that a little bit of that same vibe, but it also has like the art style kind of Atlantis, like the old Disney movie. I forget what it's called. I'm going to look it up in between.
The Atlantis game.
It was pretty cool. CD-ROM games, getting those in like cereal boxes, that was always a highlight. You're like, oh, I'm going to get to play this after school. Or if you got it on Saturday, you can pop it in right away. Oh, yeah.
See, he's so needy.
Yeah, he just likes the old car type pets. Yeah, instantly just flops down.
Yeah,
little boy.
I've definitely gotten discs from Count Chocula.
Oh yeah,
something from Chex at one point.
I think Count Chocula had like his own game.
Maybe
probably like a Doom clone or something.
There's also Boo Berry and Frankenberry. They made a new one at some point, and I forgot who it was. I think there was a Mummy one at another point too.
Did they? Oh yeah, there's like it was like a apple cinnamon one, right?
Yeah.
Something, yeah. It was probably like Cinnamummy or something. I would 100% believe that. Yeah, I didn't check the grocery aisles last Halloween for my cereal. I usually am a Boo Berry fan that time of year, but I've recently learned that cereal of any kind is not good for my stomach. Even just a little bowl of Rice Krispies ruins me. Even with lactose-free milk. Lactose-free milk is delicious.
Well, did you try Wheaties?
I've had Wheaties before, like mini Wheats.
Special K.
Yeah, even especially those like cereals that have like the grains, like the hard stuff in them. That's extra bad. Can't do it.
Well,
I've been living pretty good since I've sworn off cereal. Yeah,
stop eating cereal.
It's been good. The cereal looks delicious, but I can't eat it.
Every once in a while, I just get I'll get like a box of Cheerios and I'll eat that over the course of like 3-4 months. Yeah,
I wonder if I could eat Cheerios. That's simple enough too. Like I could break all that down. You think it would just become like
Special
paste?
K and like just straight cornflakes aren't working for you.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Cheerios are going to be any better.
Yeah, I usually like a nice little spoonful of sugar in my Cheerios too.
I never added sugar to cereal.
Really?
Typically, most cereals come with like sugar already.
Missing out, brother.
Straight up Cheerios. I mean, I only really had those as an adult. Honey Nut Cheerios I'd have as a kid.
Honey Nut Cheerios, a spoonful of sugar, that's the good stuff. It's the breakfast of kings.
Were you still doing that when you were eating cereal and having
maybe
stomach issues with it?
Maybe. I also, it was just recently that I only had like little bowls of Rice Krispies. That was the one thing I tried, along with like Special K, or it wasn't Special K. It was some other like maybe Fiber One cereal that Mrs. Trash had gotten, but also just couldn't do it. Even a small bowl of it.
What about Rice Krispie treats?
I haven't had one in a while. Especially I've seen they've made like the home style Rice Krispie treats now that specifically are like the chunkier ones like you would see made homemade. So I wonder. I should give them a try. Processed foods though really don't always do the best of me. I limit myself on like candy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which speaking of, I'm back on a candy binge. Gummy bears. They're in the mix. Gummy bears I can eat a lot of, and it's not too bad.
Is it the real ones or the sugar-free ones?
Oh, the real ones. Sugar-free would be, like, ruining my stomach.
I know. That's what I heard.
No, thank you.
There was, like, a particular one, like this, like, 5-pound bag of Haribo sugar-free gummy bears.
Yeah, like the LA Beast tried to eat it.
That's what I'm talking about. And it was, like, it's like, I heard this destroys your gut, and I'm the LA Beast, so I'm going to eat the entire 5-pound bag of gummy bears and... shit myself. Like, okay, well, that's your thing.
I believe he vomited first and then shit himself.
Yeah.
He vomited up half the bag and shit out the other half.
Yeah. Thank you, LA Beast.
Thank you for your service.
He got Crystal Pepsi back, though.
Yeah? Dude, you remember that song that he made with it, too? It was actually a banger.
All
don't. That I want is a Crystal Pepsi.
I do not remember that. I remember watching a video of him drinking... like 2 gallons of warm milk through his colored warm milk through his nose.
Mm-hmm. He did that on Eric Andre too.
He did that on Eric Andre?
Yeah, it was one of while like the credits were rolling. He just go like, and there's Kevin Straley, and he just came out and went, huh? And then just started doing it.
Oh my god, I need to find this. I haven't watched Ellie Beast in a while. He said he was going to stop like hurting his body for the videos. Good for him.
Yeah.
But drinking milk through your nose isn't that painful, I guess. But he did that, and then he drank like a couple, maybe a 6-pack of expired Crystal Pepsi because all of them were from the 90s at that point. They're 20-year-old sodas, and then vomited on a painting of Crystal Pepsi.
And then sold that.
And sold it as a fundraiser to get them to bring back Crystal Pepsi. And it's such a hard position that you're putting Pepsi in there because you're like a terrorist to them.
Essentially, yeah. Like a marketing terrorist.
You look up Pepsi and you see this guy. Like, do you concede to him to get him to stop?
Please stop what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, they ended up sending him some Crystal Pepsi when they brought it back. I went to Jewel and I bought it.
Yeah.
And it was fine.
It was pretty good. It's just like citrusy Pepsi. It's pretty good.
It was just clear. That's it.
Yeah. It was basically like a Pepsi if it was Sprite, before I remember. It was kind of like lemon limey but citrusy.
I just remember it tasting like Pepsi.
Oh, yeah?
But it was just Crystal.
Oh, I just remember it being like a fruity drink.
No,
maybe it was a different Pepsi I drank.
Yeah, I mean, they had lines of Pepsis, like different ones out there. As opposed to lines of Coke, but they had those too.
Yeah, I was going to say, they brought back, just recently, Pepsi got into the putting cream into everything. They got wild cherry cream Pepsi. Mm-hmm. Pretty good.
Orange.
Pretty good.
I like orange cream in colas and stuff like that. Do you ever have the Coca-Cola coffee? No, you hate coffee.
Yeah, no, of course not.
It's actually pretty good.
I don't no.
I've had, like, I try not to drink, like, a whole, like, 12-ounce thing of soda. Mm-hmm. Like in a single day, so I'd have a Coca-Cola, and this was like for a week maybe, and then I'd make coffee in the coffee machine, and then I'd pour a little bit of Coca-Cola in it.
Why?
Because they sell it as a product. They
sell
Coca-Cola with coffee.
Okay.
And so I'm like, you know what? I'll throw it in there instead. Like, I don't like adding sugar to my coffee, like just white sugar. So this is sort of like it accomplishes the same thing.
Right.
a more natural sweetener.
A more natural, more American sweetener.
Yeah.
More naturally American.
Yeah, but I did that for like a week. It was good.
I think
I wasn't going to continue doing that. I feel like that's kind of insane behavior.
Yeah.
And I can only really do it.
Drinking coffee is insane behavior, but adding Coke to it is just woof.
I ordered a mushroom coffee.
Oh, is it like that? The lion's mane mushroom or whatever?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Apparently, there's a ton of brands of them. I just ordered it off Instagram. I haven't tried it yet.
I've had the mushroom mane tea, but not the coffee, because obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to cut down on my caffeine intake. I switched from Monster to Red Bull because the can's smaller. And I don't have it like last year for a while there. I was having a Monster, like a white Monster or something like it every single morning, like every single day. And I just need to cut down on my caffeine and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
And I like Red Bull more. Not gonna lie.
I don't.
Definitely,
Red Bull tastes like, it gives me a weird like film in my mouth when I drink it. I just can't.
I like that Red Bull tastes unnatural. That's purposeful.
You like that it tastes like chemicals?
It's they're coming up on the scene. They're like, this is not normal.
We are not normal. But Monster, meanwhile, is green, so it's nature. You know it's good.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking Monster every day purely out of like a financial thing, just because it was getting pretty expensive, even to buy it in bulk. It was like, almost $80 a week just to buy the case of 2 cases of Monster or something like that.
You were having more than one a day.
Yeah.
Then okay.
Absolutely. I was having at least more than like a couple a day because I had the case there.
Yeah.
I would buy like the big ones from Amazon. They're like $40-something each for like whatever, the 30-some rack.
Yeah. No, I'd get the 12 packs. Now I got a 12-pack of Red Bull.
Boo. Thumbs down. Yeah, I just don't drink.
I got my Sunflower LaCroix.
It looks nice. Looks like a Van Gogh painting.
Yeah, it's sunshine flavored. It does not taste like sunflower seeds. I don't know what it's supposed to taste like.
Sunflower seeds are just salt. It's all they taste like.
But like, I mean, you have that versus a pistachio. Like, it's a different flavor.
But this pistachio, I guess the sunflower seed itself does have like a little bit of a flavor, but you only get like the tiniest little bit of the sunflower seed, actually.
Maybe it is sunflower seed. I don't know.
Yeah. The LA Beast, though, I was going to say, I think his most latest thing was drinking 100-year-old milk because he found powdered milk that was in a can, perfectly sealed, and he had this whole bit where he was like asking AI, I think it was Grok specifically, of like, is this okay to drink? Will I die? And the AI was telling him, you should not do this. It is poisonous. You could die. And then halfway through the video, he's like, so, update. The AI just admitted to me that it's been lying the past couple days, and it just really didn't want me to drink the powdered milk because it thinks it's dangerous. But nobody's actually died from it, so here we go.
I mean, they got plenty of channels out there on YouTube that's like MRE unearthing.
Oh yeah,
like
Steve 1989 MRE Info is one of my favorites.
Yeah, right. So the guys on that will eat like old ass MREs all the time.
Absolutely.
And dehydrated milk, like.
Just
Did
milk
it make
powder and water. I don't think so.
Yeah.
No, he drank the whole thing afterwards. It kept separating, which is the really gross part. It would not become soluble no matter how much he stirred. Mm-hmm. But he drank the whole glass. It was next to a glass of regular milk. Once it stirred up, it looked a little similar, I will say. But he probably didn't get like botulism sick, but I imagine he had some stomach problems afterwards.
Well, I mean, it's a dry thing. It's dehydrated, so he's not going to get botulism.
Oh, is that botulism not exist in dry stuff?
Bacteria needs water to live. I mean, unless you dehydrated the bacteria, in which case it doesn't matter how old it was.
Right. It was botulism before it was dehydrated.
Yeah.
That would have just been a bad
draw
of the cards.
That's kind of like things don't really tend to develop botulism. It's like you look out for it in canning foods. Like if you're at home canning things with mason jars,
right?
You boil the jars before you put anything in them to make sure the bacteria doesn't get in there in the first place and fester.
Makes any bacteria whatsoever.
Yeah,
makes sense. Makes sense. I've never boiled any mason jars, but that makes sense for like making jams and whatnot. You don't want just mold to be growing in there, especially if you got lots of sugars and whatnot. Just that could happen.
Yeah, I'm interested in canning things. Not that interested. I have a pressure cooker.
Yeah,
I could do it.
I'm interested in making jams. I want to make my own peanut butter and my own jelly and my own bread.
So peanut
butter. I want
butter.
to make a PB&J completely from scratch.
Peanut butter, you need a food processor.
Got
jelly,
that.
you need a saucepan.
Got that.
And sugar and obviously fruit.
Got that. All of it.
Or some type of juice. Actually, if you're making jelly, you want juice. If you want jam, you use like fruit.
And then if I want preserves, then I chop the fruit up and don't even reduce it down that much. You leave some chunks in there.
Yeah, I mean, jam also has a little bit of chunkiness to it. It's a spectrum.
Right. I think preserves actually have the literal fruit chunks, whereas jam is like the chunky, like just gelatinous more.
Mm-hmm. I believe in you. Bread, I mean, you own yeast, flour.
Yeah, my grandma has the sourdough starter. I can just get a little bit of Lucy, make my own sourdough.
Yeah, I'll give you a mason jar. You can put it in there.
Bing, bang, boom.
Do you want to keep a sourdough starter?
I might. Honestly, I really want to try to like make that a habit of just making bread every weekend because it'd be fun.
Well, you have to feed it.
Yeah.
Flour and you have to take
Perfect.
half of it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you can use half of it and you could just make bread every week and you have to keep up with it. And
Yeah.
if you don't make bread that week, you just have to toss half of it out or like separate it into a new thing.
Yeah.
So you can continue to hold it. I think it's neat.
Yeah, it's like it's a whole life form. I really am interested in like having that as make a routine.
I kept a kombucha SCOBY for a bit. I never ended up making kombucha out of it. But
Kombucha SCOBY?
yes.
What's that?
SCOBY is a... I forget the exact anagram, but it's like a something colony of bacteria and yeast. So it's like a layer of bacteria and yeast that brew things into kombucha.
Oh.
It's kind of similar to vinegar. How there's like the mother of vinegar, and it's like a similar thing. I think it's also a SCOBY. I'm not too sure.
The mother of vinegar. I don't think I'm aware of that.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you like, I have bottles of vinegar here, and
He's going for the vinegar.
this doesn't have it.
Doesn't have what?
See the sediment? The sediment in
Oh,
the
yeah.
bottom. That's not like a bad thing in your apple cider vinegar. That's the mother. It says on the front, it comes with the mother.
Unpasteurized, raw, unfiltered. Where does it say mother?
It's in the red. Should be in the red.
I thought that said brag.com, but it's brag.com.
It's right. Should be right there in the front, underneath it in the red bubble.
Oh, yeah, with the mother. Oh,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah, it's the thing that turns the apple cider into vinegar.
Neat.
It's the yeast.
Huh. So you can just put more apple cider into here, and then it'll become vinegar.
Probably, if it's not dead. It's in there for a while.
Wake up.
Yeah.
Neat. Apple cider vinegar mother.
Yeah, best by June 3rd. I wonder how long I haven't opened this in a while. I've owned this for a while.
Might have killed it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. It's brag. You just put a little E on there. You're
Yeah, I need a label maker.
vinegar. Get one of them cricket machines.
Yeah.
So you know the idea, it's a thing, right? Of like, I don't know if it's old rock stars or if it still happens where like, oh, the rock star is so hot and so doing things, the girls like take their bra off and throw it on stage, like write their phone numbers on it. Like that's a trope, right? I don't know if it actually happens, but
the last the last I knew about this was the band All Time Low. And they would accept bras.
openly they would
stage.
accept it.
Yeah,
Make
which
an
is sort of-
announcement. We are
it's
now
a little
accepting.
weird when you have such a large group of underage fans, but
Sure.
I'm pretty sure at one point they had a drone that would go around and collect them, fly them back. Again, it's a bit of a weird thing. It is a trope. It did happen at least within the past 10 years.
Okay. I was talking about this with Mrs. Trash beforehand, and she was just like, was befuddled that it was even a real thing. And her whole like sticking point was just like, I don't know who can just afford to throw a bra in this economy. That's like $15 or $20 you're throwing on stage for what?
I thought that sounds cheap. I guess I'm never in the market for them. But
I don't know. She came up with other figures like $40, but I don't know if a bra is $40. Is it
no,
really?
I'm pretty sure they are.
Are they really? Oh my god.
At least
That's
nice
nuts.
ones.
Oh shit. Yeah, and then I'm kind of in
They're pretty
agreement with her.
complicated garments.
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of in agreement with her. In this economy, why are you wasting $40 on just maybe you're gonna get hooked up with a band?
Yeah, this is an index we need to check out, like the pizza index and all that stuff. We need to keep track of like how
The bra
many
index.
bras end up on rock star stages.
That's the
as
signal of the economy.
Yeah,
No way. Are they really $40? That's crazy. Yeah, well.
so I guess weird topic to bring up on the podcast. I have a bit of a rash on my hands now.
Nice.
There was free soap at work.
Oh, is it shitty soap? Like really cheap soap?
I don't know. It's a pretty old brand. But so the day that this happened, I had used that soap. Someone left one by the sink. And I brought like this cucumber salad. It was like I chopped up a cucumber, chopped up an onion, doused it in white wine vinegar.
Right.
And a little bit of sesame oil. And that leaked all over my lunch bag. So I had to like clean that up.
Yeah.
And so that vinegar, highly acidic stuff, might have done that too.
Okay.
So do you want soap?
Not really. No, we're
Well,
good.
the
on
thing
bar
is,
soap.
I don't know if it was the soap, and I want an answer. I want to
use yourself as a guinea pig. Then stop using the soap for a while, and then use it again.
The rash. This is from like Thursday.
Well, just get rid of the rash, then use the soap again. You're just gonna have to wait a little bit of time. That's all you need.
So no soap. I'll keep my soap.
No, thank you. Yeah, no, I'm a body wash kind of guy. I don't use bar soap even in the shower.
For your hands?
Oh, I mean, I use like hand soap. Yeah, just a little pump soap, not bar soap.
I've used bar soap before. Like,
Nah,
as a regular thing.
not for me. Bar soap is a little too cumbersome, especially just for washing hands.
I prefer it actually, but my mom gave me a bunch of like hand soaps and stuff like that.
Mm.
So I use that just because I own it. But I like bar soap. I like you take your hands, you wet them, you grab the soap, you lather it, boom. I mean, you watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, right?
Yeah, wash, lather, rinse. Or is it rinse, lather, rinse? Or I forget. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Mr. Harriman teaching Blue.
Yeah. See, that's the thing about like shows like that, how they might end up teaching you something just by having like a character that's like, oh, God, this is really fucking important to me. Okay, this is how you do this. Thank you. And they walk away. It's not like an educational thing. You know, it's not an educational show. It's just a person in the show happens to care about this one thing.
Right. And he gets taught to,
Yeah, you learn what the hell an aglet is from Phineas and Ferb. Everyone knows that now.
The aglet is the most famous one. Like, it's because it's such a pointless thing of knowledge, but because you know that one specific, only one other person would ever make something about an aglet. No one else made anything besides Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
Makes it inside knowledge too. If you say aglet and someone like perks their ears up, you know they're a Phineas and Ferb fan. It's kind of funny. It
was pretty cool. They had Bowling for Soup do their theme song.
Yeah, they even had like a joke about them when they I forget what season it was, but they made like another like basically verse of their theme song or whatever.
Oh, when they released the show, they had a full version of the song. I remember looking it up.
Oh, well, it was just in an episode then where like the Bowling for Soup.
When they did the whole thing, yeah.
Yeah, they did it as a cameo as themselves, and they're like, yeah, Bowling for Soup. They don't got much going on right now.
Yeah, they were the Chuck E. Cheese band for a bit there. And honestly, good for them. Like, that's what they sound like.
Yeah.
You know?
They're a fun party band, yeah.
Fun ska.
Yeah.
All that stuff. I mean, you think about that one description of ska that was like, ska is the music that plays in the head of a 7-year-old when he gets an order of mozzarella sticks. And it's like, that is Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is straight to Chuck E. Cheese.
That's a pretty good description because it's just like fun jumping, like, all right, having a good time.
Yeah.
Jumping around in the pool. Like a cannonball into a pool is what I think of in ska.
Yeah. There's some good ska.
Yeah.
I listened to the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones for a bit there.
Is that which one was Catch-22 and then they became like another band, right?
It was Matchbox 20.
Am I thinking of the right one?
That's not ska.
No, Catch-22 was one band and they became like another one that was a little bit more famous. I forget though.
Catch-23.
Maybe. But yeah, they were a pretty good ska band. They got some good songs. I like Caseby Nights.
Mm-hmm. So, you know that, I guess, different band, Smash Mouth. You know how they had that one song, I'm a Believer?
Yeah.
That song
her face
was a cover.
Whoa, we went all the way up.
Yeah, he does that.
That song was a cover? I guess that makes sense. Smash Mouth did a bunch of cover songs.
From the 1960s.
Really? Whoa.
Yes. We were doing this... There's all these like Wordle clones for different things. You know, we've done like Guess the Game and stuff like that. And there's one that is you need to guess Wikipedia articles based on their tags at the end. And one of them was like Eddie Murphy singles from the 2000s. Because the one that's in the Shrek movie was actually sung by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
And that the music was done by Smash Mouth.
Damn, that's cool. Smash Mouth has that on their record. As they performed with Eddie Murphy once. They got a song with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah,
that's cool as hell.
And the song, it said the song came out in 1960. I was like, what could you possibly have been singing? And it turns out it's "I'm a Believer" from the 1960s.
That's crazy. I guess it
they
be.
I mean, they have like when you look into older music like this, like a lot of it's like bumping, it's like it's exciting.
Now that when you say 60s, especially that, like, I don't even know what like instrument it is, that piano or a little bit that's in there, like that dun, 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 like that definitely sounds like
synthesizer.
It definitely sounds like a 60s era synthesizer of like kind of making that like almost psychedelic like would be sound. Now that you say that makes a lot of sense. 60s song. That's cool. That's almost like the Mansune song, that harp album that you found.
Yeah,
Crazy.
I really like finding the samples for songs that I like, and just going back and be like, wow, that's
good. I see why the artist sampled this song.
Yeah.
It's cool. You're getting like the same little, like, almost like you're in the same little like wavelength with the artist themselves. Because they probably also like this song, otherwise they wouldn't have sampled it.
I listen to a lot of like, hyper pop, bedroom pop type stuff that ends up like I'll listen. They have a lot of video game sounds in this music. Like I've recognized sounds from Super Mario Sunshine. I've recognized Pokemon cries.
Oh yeah,
in video games. There's just a lot of cool places that people get these samples, especially because like if something is in a product, in a game, in a song already, like it's mixed,
right?
It's like it has these characters to it, given to it, characteristics given it to it by the person who produced it last,
right?
And created something new, and then you can take that and then you can iterate on it again. And
yeah, that's crazy. Even in rap, there's a lot of like samples from like Street Fighter, like different video games. There's the Boom Shakalaka song I like. It's literally sampled from NBA Jam. It's the entire song is just the guy going Boom Shakalaka, just that one sample. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, there's video games make some of it's kind of that same thing of like it just gives that connection, like the video games being so niche. When you hear that song of like a video game that you played 10 years ago, it's like, oh, instant connection to that artist. That's so cool.
It's kind of like one of the main reasons I still listen to Discover Weekly. Like my Discover Weekly it'll vary pretty wildly, depending on what I'm listening to at the time, and I'll listen to like a lot of new stuff, and then I'll start going back to old stuff, and it'll just show me a song, and it's like, wait, that's where they got it? Cool.
Yeah, right? Like, I've heard that before. Interesting.
Yeah. Huh. I really want to make a playlist that's just like the song and the song that was sampled, and like just put them back to back.
That'd be cool. I wonder how many songs you can like. I mean, there's got to be millions of songs that are literally just like that, but I wonder how many are like interesting enough, as opposed to just like they basically sampled the entire chorus or whatever. Because like every time we touch is really good because it's really like interesting to hear it just in such a slow melodic way.
But that's not even a cover. That's it's not even a sample. They just redid it entirely. They didn't take anything from that original. They didn't take anything from the original recording of that song from the 90s.
Yeah, it didn't add anything into it. You're right. Because doesn't the original song actually have verses, and then the newer one just doesn't. It just has the dance beats in between. Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. It is more of a cover. They just took parts.
It's just really funny how like directly that they took that part, and then nowadays you have stuff like, the Fray. Putting writing credits on Closer, Haley Williams getting writing credits on Good For You by Olivia Rodrigo. Back in the day, they just took the whole damn chorus from an Irish band, and they're like, this is our song now, this is...
Yeah, what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, no one really cared. It's they were much more free to iterate back then. Because like Closer and Good For You, like they... just have like a similar sound. It's just like a melody, like a vibe. It's not the literal thing.
And they still try to like, do they sue for it?
I think it's more like production companies and stuff like that. Because they have part ownership of these works too.
Yeah.
But someone sued for credits for portions of the profits.
That's crazy. I mean, the music industry is like super notorious for that kind of litigation and stuff, but still crazy. It's crazy to think even if you go on like the subreddits of like forgotten music or lost music of like how many bands that were formed, made music, but then just got shelved because like, oh yeah, whatever record company that owned them just didn't want to put the music out. it's like, oh, these are actually some decent songs. Like they find out their dad was in a band 30 years ago or whatever. I wonder how many of those there are, because even then, that's how many people find out about it. That's all we know about. So many of those must be buried.
There's that song. I don't know if you'll know it, but most of the song is just call on me, call on me, call on me, call on me, call on me.
Yeah, okay. I know that song.
Yeah, so that is that had one of the guys from Daft Punk made that song originally with another guy, I forget who. Didn't like it, shelved it themselves. The company was like, we really like this. We really want to make this song and put it out. And then they got a different guy, David Prides, I believe, to just remake the song.
And then
make it himself.
And if the record company owned the original one, I guess they're within their legal rights to do that, yeah?
Yeah, and just made the song and put it out. And the original guys, they were like, yeah, we didn't like that song. We didn't want to put it out, so go ahead.
I guess, yeah, as long as our names aren't on it, then damn. That's like a popular song, too. Shit.
Yeah, but, it's not everyone's, like, cup of tea. And if you're an artist and you're like, this isn't
representative of me, yeah, it makes sense. Don't want that in the catalog.
Yeah, it doesn't mean that you don't want it to exist at all.
Right. I guess that's a good mentality to have, as opposed to, well, if I can't have it, nobody can. Mm-hmm. Probably that's a little more toxic.
I've mentioned this before, too. I mean, we talked about this on maybe like the 20th episode of the podcast. But there's like a couple of guys at a university sort of making a statement, and it's just a hard drive with like every single sequence of 4 notes you could possibly have.
Oh, yeah?
And it's like, we are registering this as our work. So now anyone that puts 4 notes in a row in a song, they can claim technically that it's theirs first.
Right.
Not that they would do that
but they technically they could, just to show like the ridiculousness of how copywriting a musical art would work.
Yeah.
I think Suzu's up there hiding from her, because she just keeps staring him down, trying to attack him.
Maybe. He also, he just goes up
and he knows that she can't get up there.
Yeah, I think she has once. Do not go on my dishes.
Little rat.
Yeah, when I first moved in here, Susie fell behind the fridge, and he hasn't done it again.
Poor guy.
He was just exploring, and I'd have to pull the fridge out. I had to do it twice for him. He's a doofus.
Poor little idiot. The Chicago Bears, since we last
since we last spoke, they died. That was such a good game.
It was such a good game. I'm so glad you got to watch it. It killed it. You said the first game that you probably not first ever, but the first game you got back into football was the game before that, right?
Yeah.
So that was probably the perfect point. They were the best 2 games to watch in football.
Absolutely
perfect.
I felt it. I was like, all right, I'm sold.
The Bears having such a great game and then having such a great comeback only to lose it away. That's the story of the Chicago Bears in 2 games. It's perfect.
Well, who's that new quarterback? Williams?
Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Wearing 18.
Good.
Very good.
Really good.
Actually good by himself, too. Now he's able to, take the lead on things and do shit.
Yeah, he's running it himself. He's making, 40-yard passes
off his back foot, just trying to chuck it. It's amazing.
Yeah.
We actually have talent. It's been a while since we've seen such raw talent at that position.
And how many seasons has he been in the Bears?
I think this is only his 2nd.
Yeah.
So he's got a long way to go. He's going to be our franchise guy. We're going to pay him all the money.
Yeah. This is the Bears have a bright future. Yeah, we got knocked out of the playoffs, but that's fine. We made it to the playoffs.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
When's the last time we did that?
That's pretty good. The Jaguars were the same thing of we had such a great season. We made it to the playoffs. Yeah, we didn't make it to the Super Bowl, and it's heartbreaking the way we lost, but damn, that was a good season. Ready to run it back. Let's go. Mm-hmm. That's the mentality you got to have. You can be sad for a minute, but there's always another season. You always got to be ready to run it back.
Do we know who's playing the Super Bowl yet?
I believe it's going to be the Patriots and I don't know the other one. I haven't been paying attention. Ever since the Jags dropped off, I just quit.
I'll watch the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl is not really for the football because who really cares? It's just a regular football game. All the advertisements, though, it is advertisement mecca. These guys go ham with all the celebrity appearances, all the different jokes you can make. Like, they push the line on what you could even call advertising. Some of the crazy shit they play in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
One time only.
Yeah. I mean, they got Puppy Monkey Baby.
That's the classic Puppy Monkey Baby.
Yeah, the thing that I hate.
Caitlyn Jenner's Pepsi thing, that was a Super Bowl ad.
That was? that was a flop.
Oh, yeah. They got some great ones. They got some absolute... The Doritos ones always make me laugh because they always just do like just a really dumb joke about how someone really likes Doritos. Like one of them was, oh, did you steal Mike's Doritos? He's going to be really mad. And he turns around and it's a guy in a full Dorito samurai suit armor just going, ah! charging at him. It's like, what the fuck? That's great.
I remember Popcorners spent like millions of dollars to get Bryan Cranston, Aaron Paul, and the guy that played Tuco back for Popcorners commercials.
All three of them? Don't they hate each other? What would the commercial be?
It was like literally scenes from Breaking Bad.
Oh, just with Popcorners?
Yeah, like meeting in the junkyard. Like do the deal.
That's pretty funny.
It's ridiculous. Like it really is just kind of like how much money can be spent on this.
Yeah, exactly. And
like,
it's seeing where like what direction they decide to spend their money into, because like you'll see a lot of celebrity appearances where it's just like, oh, they just threw the money and walked away because this celebrity is just like sitting there in a green screen reading a cue card half-heartedly, and they're like, well, that's the money we had. It's crazy. Good times, though. Super Bowl watch parties are always great, but I legitimately could care less about the football going on during them.
Yeah.
Except for the fourth quarter. That's always fantastical because then you're going to see the big celebration of whoever wins. What's crazy to me is if you've never watched the Super Bowl, they have confetti that rains down for the winning team, but they don't know who's going to win, obviously, unless the NFL really is scripted. But so they just got to have like, what? Double the amount of confetti cannons, just shitloads of confetti, some like silver and gold if it's the Raiders, some fucking blue and silver for the Patriots, just ready to go.
Yeah.
Hopefully the colors overlap so you could just have like a couple silver cannons that are ready to go no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like it's just a big production, you know?
Oh, yeah.
It's a big deal. Like, you get a lot of eyes on it, and so you're willing to spend that extra money to like...
Oh, speaking of eyes on it, fucking Bad Bunny's going to be the Super Bowl halftime performer, which people are quite upset about. So that'll be interesting. Not
conservatives
actually,
are upset about
I was going to say some people are quite upset about it. Some might say
he's a Spanish speaker. He's American. He's Puerto
Rican. He's an American citizen.
Yeah.
That's an American territory. A weird like little thing that we just kind of own Puerto Rico, but don't like worry about it. We took it.
Yeah,
it's ours
like
now.
The only real argument against like representation for them is that like if it were like an actual state, then like it wouldn't be as big of like a tax haven, I guess. Not a tax haven in the same sense of like sending your money to Sweden, right?
Right.
But like there's a lot of things that are good for businesses to be operating in Puerto Rico. So they're the ones that are against
Yeah, that makes sense.
statehood. And also 50 is such a nice round number. I prefer for them to become a state if the citizens that live there want it, right?
Right, yeah.
Like, I'll go for it. I'm
Absolutely.
all for it. But, I mean, some people don't want it. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just, like super conservatives that don't like the fact that Bad Bunny is performing.
Dumb.
And they're like, oh, we need to get, like...
And who even knows if they're fucking real?
Sing the national anthem or something like that. It's like,
right. Who even knows
what?
if they're real conservative? It could just be bots trying to stir shit of just like, let's say the craziest shit with like, let's get Trump's niece to sing the national anthem at halftime or something stupid.
I thought Green Day was supposed to be doing, maybe it's like next Super Bowl or something like that.
I don't know. I don't know if they announced next Super Bowl.
The following one. I don't know. I heard Green Day is supposed to be doing something at a big event, like a sporting event. So
good for Green Day.
I'll find out.
Maybe they're doing something with like soccer. Green Day is kind of like international. They're big in Europe, right?
Well, their greatest hits album is called International Super Hits.
So maybe they're doing like a soccer thing. The World Cup's coming up.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Hats off to the artists that are doing these big events. Good for them.
Yeah.
Complaining about it's stupid.
I don't get it. Especially
it's just kind of literally just rooted in racism. Like,
yeah, it's either that or, like I said, just like people trying to troll and stir up shit, whether they're real people or not. Just being like, I can make people mad and get responses if he's not even a white American man. Yeah. Take that.
Yeah, anything I've heard from Bad Bunny, I've liked. I haven't been like into him, but
he was in WWE for a little bit. He did a little stint with them. Was one of the guest stars, kind of like Travis Scott was in one of the games, but he didn't break Cody Rhodes' fucking eardrum like Travis Scott, dumb bastard. Which, I mean, yes, gives me hate for Travis Scott, just gives me more respect for Cody Rhodes, because all he was just like, he got me good, and to be fair, I told him to give it to me good, and he just hit me in the worst place possible, and he's a guest in our business, so we got to treat him with respect and, just smooth things over like that.
I mean, I imagine that Travis Scott, not being the most trained
fighter,
like, could have, I'm just swinging, and I, like, created a serious
probably actually hit him in the face, which Cody Rhodes he said that he did. He's like, you could hit me for real, just thinking like this skinny rapper guy is not going to be able to hurt 230-pound me. But while he was laying on the ground and coming up, he just caught a palm right to the ear that ruptured his eardrum. He's just like, well, that's probably the worst thing that could have happened, but that's on me. Let's respect to Cody Rhodes, but Travis Scott, come on, man, you're gonna crow hop and hit a professional wrestler on your one shot. Just make it look convincing. Get up on the turnbuckle, wave, and get out of there, man. Mm-hmm. It's like if you're going to throw the opening pitch at a baseball game, and you like get a crow hop and throw it as hard as you can at the catcher, to where like it goes wild, and now the catcher's got to go run and get it. It's like, I guess you're in your prerogative to do that, man, but you're just a little bit of a dick.
Yeah, I mean, you try to do a good pitch. See, the thing about the opening pitch is that I thought for years that it was like legitimately in play. I was like,
wait, what? You thought like someone like that was the first pitch of the game? Like,
yeah.
If they hit a home run off that's what the game started with?
Yeah, I'm like, that is clearly disadvantageous to the defending team in the first inning.
He's getting trotting out this old man to like throw a pitch, or like this old lady, like, well, this team is just an idiot. Why would they let this guy do this? Oh, that's funny.
Like, you have to do it. You have to. That's how we balance everything out. You go second, and also you have
an old lady pitch for you, or whoever's going to be the celebrity of the day.
Yeah,
that's crazy. They do it. It's literally like part of the ceremony. Like especially if it's a veteran or whatever, like they like to do a lot. There's still soldiers.
It was a Sox game where I first noticed that, it's not actually in play.
There's soldiers like on the field still, like when it's all happening. It's still very much a ceremony.
Yeah, it's because I wasn't actually watching it. I just knew the concept of the opening pitch, and then I saw it in person. I was like, I got it.
So you thought like when, you heard just a story of like, some celebrity threw the opening pitch of the game, you're like, wow, they put him in the suit, and he actually like went up against, Albert Pujols for one pitch.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah. That'd be great, though. We should do that.
It's a real wild card.
Celeb shot for actual MLB games.
Yeah.
That'd be sweet. Celeb bat, too. Just I feel like, have you ever seen the show Pros vs. Joes?
No.
Oh, we should watch that, because it's basically that, where they take professional athletes, usually ones that are like recently retired, so not peak professional athletes, but they'll take them and have these guys who audition as like, oh, I'm an amateur athlete. I'm really good at playing football. I'm off time. I run a lot. And they put them like head to head in athletic competitions. So you get to see like, pro versus Joe versus regular Joe. And it's hilarious just how terrible some of these guys are, how shockingly good some of them are, like comparatively, but the gaps in them when they actually show are ridiculous, especially just for straight things like sprinting. It's hilarious.
I mean, I've definitely heard of the concept of like, for the Olympics, we should just have one regular guy participate in every single event, just to show like what level the Olympians are operating on.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Pros versus Joes is, especially like the football ones where they have to get like tackled by Lawrence Taylor or something like that. It's like, all right, we're going to run. I'm going to try to juke out Lawrence Taylor. And they're like, doot, like moving so slow that Lawrence Taylor just is quicker than they could ever, just levels them, moves quicker than they ever could think of moving, and then just destroys them. And like, not only is he bigger than you and faster than you, he's stronger than you.
Yeah, I watched an episode of that.
You're going to die. It's so good. There's a guy on YouTube who like does breakdowns of the episodes. We should definitely look into one. It's hilarious. Because they'll do like, because the funniest is like, I forget her name, but they had a professional softball player who was a woman come on. And of course, it's supposed reality show. It was on Spike TV. So like the guys are like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not going to get beat by a girl, before they just get absolutely smoked by a girl in like every single respect, because she's an athlete who keeps in shape, and they're like guys who...
And does this particular sport?
Right. Well, not only they do, to give some credit, they have them do in their particular sports, but also compete out of sports. So like the softball player didn't do very good in like the punt, I forget what they call it, like the punt, kick, and throw for football, because she doesn't throw footballs and she doesn't punt footballs. But like, yeah, they try to like get hits off of her when she's pitching in softball, and they can't even touch her. It's like, yeah, you're an idiot. You think softball's the girls' game, and this is someone at the peak of that who's like working out every day.
Yeah, I just don't even know why softball is a thing. Like, I don't know why.
It used to
we
be
had a men's baseball team and a women's softball team in high school. I don't know why they didn't just play baseball too.
So it's mostly because of baseball's like stranglehold and wanting to get rid of it. Because softball, especially back in like the 50s and 60s, was equivalent to baseball in America. There was like men's softball leagues all around, and there was I forget what his name was. You remember the King of the Hill episode? I don't know if you've watched the whole thing of it, but Ace and the Diamonds. Like that one guy who's really good like at baseball, just goes around. I think he's actually even really good at softball in the show. Goes around and just plays local teams for charity money. That was a real guy who was like so good at softball that he would just try to spread the word of softball and go around and just like do things like pitch blindfolded and still be able to strike people out. Pitch from the outfield and still be able to strike people out, because he was just able to throw it so hard. But softball was a very, very big thing in like the 60s and 70s. I think up to the 70s when it started to die out. Man, I forget his name. I should look it up really quick. But that softball player was like a really big celebrity for a while. But yeah, men's softball just got strangled out by the ever-growing expanse of the MLB and how big and money-grubbing they got.
Yeah, I guess it really comes down to, I don't see like what brought about softball in the first place. Because you got cricket, right? That's what they do in England and ex-colonies and stuff like that. But we do baseball instead. I don't even know why we have baseball different from cricket, but we do.
Yeah, his name was Eddie Feiner. Very famous softball. Could throw it 114 miles an hour.
Good Lord, that's a heavy thing.
Because that's the reason why softball was the better than baseball. Because it was, you could throw harder, you could hit potentially harder. It was like considered more of the man's sport. It was like, a little more akin to cricket and bowling and a lot of with that underhand throw. And baseball was seen as kind of like although it is the American pastime, like Eddie Feiner would always say, like, that's the dumb way to throw. You got to be able to throw, like, the underhand gives you more versatility, gives you more strength. It doesn't fuck your arm up and give you Tommy Johns like every MLB pitcher ends up getting. So it's, softball was a really, really big thing. Eddie Feiner was a very big proponent of it. I don't even, was it an Olympic sport at one point?
Plus the whole, like, nothing's more American than apple pie and baseball. It's just kind of not true.
I mean, it's something probably perpetuated by the MLB. I wouldn't doubt if they were like the ones who would advertise that. Like, baseball is American. Like, they pushed that narrative.
Yeah, but we didn't come up with apples and put them in a pie.
No,
and
but
baseball's a derivative of cricket. If anything, it would be like basketball and the McChicken. I don't know. Like, the burger. Literally the burger. Burgers and basketball.
Yeah,
nothing's more American than that.
Burgers and basketball. That's pretty good, honestly. It rolls off the tongue well too.
I think it fits more.
What about
modern
football and fries?
Football, French fries. First off,
well, yeah, second, freedom fries. Get out of here.
Yeah. When they didn't help us in Operation Desert Storm, and we changed it. I think they changed it in McDonald's too, like for a week or two.
Did they? That's hilarious.
I remember. It was a real thing because they wouldn't help us in Operation Desert. The French would not help us in Operation Desert Storm, I think.
Yeah. That's funny. Fuck you,
basketball
France.
is the most American sport. Football, rugby, baseball, cricket.
Yeah, there's really nothing else like basketball that we invented.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Basketball is the most American sport.
Well, technically, there is. What's that game from El Dorado where they're like kicking the ball through the hoop? That's kind of like basketball.
That's in America.
Isn't it? Is it? Oh, shit.
Central America, I guess.
Damn. So even back then, we were inventing basketball. Footsketball. All right, go us. That's wild. I didn't even realize. They are going to like the Aztec, like Middle America, or Central America, rather.
Yeah.
That's cool. And they basically had basketball. Old school basketball. I wonder, that was a real thing, right? I feel like I've seen like old school paintings of them playing that game, but I don't know if those are AI generated or if there was like, this is what it would have looked like from if the El Dorado game was real.
I'm pretty sure we found ruins of a court or something like that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm not too sure though, but yeah, it's like a big ring and you throw the ball through the ring.
That's pretty cool. You use like your hips and your feet and everything below the waist.
There was a thing like that in Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, the foot volleyball. It's like called Kohei ball or something, right?
Yeah, something like that.
That's pretty cool. You see guys like basically do those Pele kicks that are like backflip spin kicks constantly. And it's like, oh, soccer players like are lucky to do that once. These guys are just doing it on the sand over and over again. That's nuts.
Mm-hmm. Also, in terms of Americanness, I say the hamburger, despite the fact that Hamburg is a place in Germany.
Yes, but they don't do hamburger like we do hamburger.
Well, I'm pretty sure the story goes is that there was like a diner owner, truck stop owner, or whatever, a German American who made it, and they called him the Hamburger because he's from Hamburg. You know, like you just like how they refer to people by their origins.
Yeah, sure.
In America for quite a long time. So I'm pretty sure the origin and why it's named after a German place because it was a German American guy.
Right.
Which I like the whole, like, I feel like we're not living up to this whole idea of like being the melting pot and, you know,
right.
like bringing in people from different places and
Literally,
like assimilating their culture within our own. And
the Statue of Liberty has the whole shit of like, give us you're poor, you're tired, you're weary or whatever. We'll figure it the fuck out because we're the best in the world and we got all this space. We could take everybody.
Yeah. And we're not doing that. Then we're not living up to that.
Right.
I always thought that was the most important thing when it comes to America. Do you know that we don't have a national language?
Yeah. That was a while ago. Oh, wait, like we don't have one set? I thought it was
we never had a national language. That's on purpose.
That makes sense. I guess if we're going to be that kind of nation to accept people in, especially when we were fledgling, we were probably like, yo, get our population numbers up. Yeah. Everybody come over here, please.
Yeah, no national language, no national religion. Like, that's the entire point.
Huh.
And that's why, like, if you, like, look at schools, I remember, like, looking at colleges and stuff like that, they'll tell you, like, this is done in English. Like, we need to say that before you spend money on us, because like this isn't like a nationally mandated thing. This is just what we do.
Right. Damn, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't understand the whole like that's because I've had the same idea that like Americanism and like the American spirit kind of is the root of it being that Statue of Liberty being the shelter to the weary, being able, if we're going to be the biggest and best, we should be able to provide for those people. But
actually, we don't even have a great history of doing that.
Yeah,
but at least we like try. At least we pretended.
We pretended in the past, but yeah, that's true. We definitely don't.
Yeah.
But we had an opportunity to. There was pathways to. You could argue that there was people that just corrupted, the whole thing, and it was people rather than the system itself. But it's. Yeah, the point we've gotten to today has been extremely sad.
Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate. Unfortunate to live in this timeline.
Yeah.
We need the particle collider to go on again. Bring us back to the Berenstein Bears.
Yeah.
Keep running the particle colliders, boys. Just keep running them.
Have a copy of that. Have a copy of you print it out. Or have a copy of the book, and then you also have like a printout of Wikipedia for Nelson Mandela. You just check all of these things every morning to make sure you're in the right timeline.
You heard that theory of like it was when the particle colliders, like we started doing that, like we accidentally made potentially black holes and timeline jumped. People said.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of explanations for why shit's fucked up. There's also like, the rapture happened. And just no one got taken.
Ah, shit. Oh, no.
And so
we're all just screwed.
Yep, that's just where we are.
So this is going to be the Jesus versus the devil fight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Neat. Well, here come the horsemen.
Yeah. But then, I mean, like, there was never actual horsemen. They represent things.
Yeah, war, death, famine, pestilence. Yeah, it's the things that would happen. That's hopefully, we cannot retroactively see these horsemen.
I mean,
COVID
kind of
like, COVID might have been pestilence.
I would certainly prefer to see the horsemen.
You'd see like the actual horseman? Or
yeah, I'd be like, okay, at least like you're being straightforward with me.
Okay, yeah. I was going to say, if there was actual horsemen, yes, I'd prefer to see them. I thought you were going to say, I thought he just wanted famine and death and everything to come.
The apocalypse.
Yeah, just like, come on. No. Everybody starts starving, dying, get sick.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be like, okay, cool. At least, yeah, it's squared away. Like, okay, I'm not crazy.
Right.
There's a guy on a horse with a bunch of flies going around to all the towns, and people are dying.
And his horse is all emaciated, and
yeah, like I'm. At least there's no question about it.
Yeah, that's pretty definitive, I would say. Yeah.
We don't get political a lot here on CRT, but
no, current events have bubbled to a point where it's impossible to ignore anything going on, though.
Yeah, it's also we kind of agree pretty much anything. Everything. So it's not.
I will say, it seems like much of it to be. Right. It seems like it's because we're talking about what America really truly should stand for. It seems like people are going against America right now, and fighting against America, especially the people of them, has really never gone well in the past. If you look at the country's founding. So we'll see. We'll see how this future of ours plays out.
We do have hamburgers and basketball, though.
Hell yeah. We got bread and circus. We shall be happy.
Yeah.
When we'll be happy, the next episode of CRT, we promise we won't end it on a sad note like we ended this one. But if you enjoyed this episode, especially the sad parts or the happy parts, let us know. Let us know what you want to hear about. Give us 5 stars. Give us 4 stars if we took down a star from that last conversation. I understand.
I wouldn't. Also, if we get 25 stars on this episode, Jones will run for mayor.
Ooh, I'll just go for president. I'll just go straight for the whole caboose.
You're not old enough.
I don't give a shit. What are they gonna? Do you think the rules matter anymore? I don't give a fuck.
Well,
first rule is president.
Waka Flocka Flame submitted the paperwork, and they said, no, you can't run. You aren't 35 yet.
Man, that's some bullshit. I'll just get a fake fucking ID or whatever.
Okay.
Easy. Bing, bang, boom.
We solved it.
Bang, bang, boom. Or I'll puppet some
35-year-old.
35-year-old. I'll find an 80-year-old and puppet him. Bing, bang, boom. Anyway,
Perfect.
See you next time.